I had that piece of wood on my boat for ages and I had no idea what it was for. Now I know it separates them. Right, that apparently is a fairly new battery. So let's, we'll take it out, we'll charge it up after, and it might be that we have 3 because it looks about the same capacity. I think at a push we might be able to fit 3 in this compartment and wire them all parallel. Or we will do one that is just for the engine, because it makes sense. How many times has the battery got too flat and I can't start the engine? Let's just plug it in as it is, like that for now. Let's get the old one off. Oh, don't have any tools. First, start touching an old, when you hadn't had anything to do with it before. What can we use here to get that off? It's been a while, I can't really remember what I can and can't do. For a minute there I was thinking, can I touch metal onto the terminal? I think I can, can't. If not, I was going to find out very quickly. That didn't happen often. The first spanner I picked out, I thought the blue one's normally the negative, but for some reason it's going into the positive. I don't know, I guess we put it as it was. Yeah, that battery does look quite new. But it's a car battery, so we'll use that as the starter one after. This one, I forgot what I was saying, black was the negative in this one, which is definitely the wrong way around. It's a bit scary because of that. Right, the lights come on, so that's good news. Let's turn that off. Which one was it? Why has that come on? Strange. Turn it off from there. What do we think's for the engine then? Do we think we have to turn that? Oh. Moment of truth. Probably do with some instructions. I mean, initially it sounds quite good. The sea cork is open before I do that again. Start as we mean to go on by not being stupid. Here he is, the new guy. Yeah, it's a bit of corrosion, something we'll look at. We're not any worse off than we were. Actually, I think the sea cock was closed. But nice to see. Let's see if we can get started. Maybe we was on for a first time start, but that should have been closed. Probably should have checked the fuel too. At least the fuel tap's open. Torch would be handy, wouldn't it? Changed your battery over because that one got flat. I don't know if that's actually meant to be open on this one. On mine it's the opposite if it's closed, yeah. But showing some signs of starting now. Put some fuel in, so maybe it took a little time for the fuel to come through. I can't find a little manual pump for the fuel. I'm sure that would be the other way around and that should be closed. Let's close it again and see. I'm not too worried about that because it's turning, so might need bleeding. Yeah, I had that worried. There's an oil. So that wine I said I weren't having. I mean, it's night one at the boat, you know. But that's not why I picked the camera up. Just now it's got a bit dark, thought I'd see if any of the lights are working. So back navigation lights, all good. Coming forward, and this is news for me too, I've not looked, but I am a fan of that light. I can't see if there's actually one at the top, but if it lights the deck up at the front, that would be pretty good. I can't see why it wouldn't. It's a fairly big old light. Right, we can't have a full sweep of working lights, can we? Nope. Nope. Nearly. 2 out of 4. Not so bad. It's hard to tell if there's one on the top, but we'll see after. Yeah, there's a lot to do. But I've just been off the boat a little bit, just looking at it from the front. It's strange this just walking between my two boats. Back onto boat one. And I know probably on camera it looks really looks really dirty, but everything's just more there. So I will do a video comparing the two. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go have a little walk around to the captainary shower block, see what's what's going on, see who's still here from when I was here before. And yeah, boat one, it's quite hard to tell because obviously I was gone about a month before the boat would have moved if the rat's still actually inside. There is quite a lot of evidence, and when I actually went into the battery part to take the batteries out, yeah, it's clear there's been one there. I'm just hoping, being this close to that one, I don't take it with me. I wouldn't imagine I would. I thought I'd taken all the food and I forgot to take them silly little fruit pots that I had before, so yeah, that's not helped matters. And then tomorrow I'm gonna, first thing, go get all these batteries charged up. Even the car one potentially could just be the one I use for the engine, even though it's not meant to really be, well, I guess it doesn't matter that much if it's just a starter battery. But yeah, and then there's a lot to do, like a real lot, to the point I'm almost glad I've come back, because yeah, we need to get all this stuff sorted. I am glad I don't have to come stay back in this boat after the last time, because I'd left it and it kind of went quite bad, the inside, etc. And then yeah, I guess I need to sleep and work it out tomorrow. So day one on the new boat. There's the old boat. Gonna do the easiest thing first, give it a wash. It'll just make an instant improvement on how she looks. So I've got some ocean friendly washing up liquid, the brush, and luckily in this spot the hose will connect, so we don't need to wash it with the seawater. So closed up all the hatches. Let's make her a little bit whiter. Wow, it's been non-stop. I started washing the boat, as you saw. I mean, it's a bit cleaner. Probably as the paint's peeling off as the hose pipe hits it. So what I'm going to do is, when I can get the jet wash, because I need to get that whole layer of paint off, that's on, because otherwise, I mean, eventually it's just going to keep happening. Happened on the one before. You can definitely tell the difference between using the right boat paint, I mean that's not been cleaned for months, and the wrong boat paint. You can see over there where it's all flaking off, probably. And then I thought I'd better start getting inside sorted. My shower was wasted this morning, absolutely filthy. Yeah, the people said they were taking this personal stuff off, which fair enough, but they didn't take any of the rubbish off, which fine, like, but probably 2 days into this, got bags and bags and bags and more rubbish. But we found some cool stuff. Found a set of 4 harnesses, which I didn't have before, so they're good to have. You know, you're probably looking at about 50 euros each for them to buy, and a sea anchor, brand new. I keep saying sea anchor because I don't actually know what it's called, I'll have to check. And then inside, currently, it looks an absolute carnage. I've just been I've cleared out all the shelves. There's a few bits to sort out up here, quite a lot of bits that are worth keeping hold of. I think we are going to stick with, you know, just the cooker that is in the boat, because it's a bit neater than putting the oven over there. Eventually we might look at fitting an oven in there, a slightly smaller one that can actually fit, but for now I'm going to keep that. Yeah. It's an absolute mess. Sunny made the mistake this morning of going and charging the battery at the shower block. It just weren't really necessary. I should have just charged them individually on the boat next door where the solar panel's still connected. I can't connect the solar panels yet on this one because I need to make a frame first, and I don't have a drill. I've got a drill, sorry, I don't have the battery, because if you remember back to when I dropped it in the water and I've not replaced it since. Had I known my work were going to be the way they turned out to be, maybe I'd have stole a nice Makita drill, but I didn't, because I don't steal things often. But yeah, cleared out all the cupboards. Then I was gonna like hoover them out and stuff, so I can clean them, but I can't find the charger for the little hoover. But we've got the second leisure battery now charging in there. Came back, tried the engine again. No, I think I'm gonna have to just do the basics that you normally do to get it started. But first, I just need to get sorted because I've got stuff everywhere. But yeah, it makes more sense. Charge the batteries up in there until I can move the solar panel. I want to move it as soon as possible so that I don't have to keep going backwards and forwards with batteries and stuff. But yeah, get tidied up because at the minute I'm struggling to remember why the boat looked better than the other one. It does. In there, I can't even explain like what the rat's done. Like, it's a crisis, really. But I guess I'll learn not to leave the boat again with food inside. It's going to make it really hard to get rid of the boat. I guess once I've got the stuff off. My issue is I'm parked next to it. Moored next to it. So if there's a rat on there, I'm next door now. So what's to stop it just doing a little hop across the boat? Hopefully not. And then yeah, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, no, all day I've been at it, you know, picking the GoPro up to record me just tidying and sorting. There's no point. I need to get the dinghy engine back in use because now the bins are right over the other side. So for now, I'm gonna throw it's not like food rubbish or anything. It's just clothes, etc. that got left behind. I'm gonna throw them onto the other boat until either I've got the dinghy working or I'll ask the captainary tomorrow if when they're passing I can throw all the rubbish on, jump on and go put it to the bins. Yeah, that's what I've been doing today. Day one, throwing out all of the stuff that didn't need to be on the boat. Found a few cool bits. I'll probably show you a few more of them a bit later on. Found some retro drills, manual drills, but do I need them? Probably not. I'm saying I ain't got a drill, but I don't think that'll do what I need it to do. For the solar panels, I need to do a little hole through the deck and put a little electric fitting. I'll take it off the other one, but yeah, I can't do the solar panels until then. It just doesn't make much sense to try wire them and have wires running through the door and stuff just to then have to redo it. I'd just rather do it once. And yeah, like I say, washing it down just ended up. I'd done most of the boat, but all of this paint they've used interdeck on everything, which looks a bit crap. But the good thing is, when I painted that other boat, him, she, her, there were lots of like bare fiberglass that I painted over it. At least on this one, there's a decent base to paint over. So what I'll end up doing is sanding down the parts that should be a bit more glossy and going over that with some top lac. And this time I am going to interdeck the deck because that used to get really slippy. Yeah, it was nice. It washed down quite easily, but it did used to get really slippy. The good thing with the interdeck 2, if I don't use interdeck and I use the Kiwi grip one, is it's quite easy to mask over any little not holes, but chips, etc. And it still look quite neat afterwards because it's quite textured. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll see what it looks like once I've taken all the paint off. But yeah, I'm going to need a jet wash. I'm not sure they've got one here. There's no electric at the side. But yeah, that's today. So far, I've probably got another few hours. I'm going to start moving the bags over from the other boat. Like, that's why I just cleared out the galley, so I can start moving over the galley bag. And then likewise with the ones for the lounge, salon. Can't remember what it's called, the lounge part. But yeah, busy. busy. I didn't expect this to take as long as it's taken. There's just stuff everywhere. But I'm not so good at throwing stuff away as well. Like, I found some rigging, and it's probably like the old bits of old rigging, like the shrouds, etc. And I've just kept a few spare just in case. But you end up then keeping a few spares of everything, and you probably will never use all of it. And then you end up with too many lockers in the boat filled with stuff that you're probably never going to use. But better to be safe than sorry. Need to remotivate myself to get going again. I will just add, get out of the sun. I feel quite glad to be back at the boat. I feel like a real, having this one now, which solves a lot of the financial problems I had on the other one that I weren't really unable to afford, couldn't afford to fix a lot of this stuff. So, motivation wise, I'm doing quite better, because inside might not look it while there's mess everywhere, but it's just in a lot better condition. I've said a few times, so a lot less to do. I thought about doing the solar panels, then I realised I needed a drill, and I'm only taking a water tank out of the other boat and putting it in here, and I've got water inside the boat, which I've not had for ages and ages. Could do with finding that Hoover charger. But yeah, I want to get moving as soon as possible. So, I've been here 8 months. Obviously 4 months then I was off at work, whatever, but it'd be nice to get moving again. I've had inquiries about boat trips and stuff, so there's no point hanging around. It's really sunny. I'd love to just sit outside having a wine, but I better not. I better get moving. So yeah, all good, and I'm glad to be back.